It's Week 5 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Voyagers and the Lumberjacks, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Greg Wild, first month of the calendar in the NFL. Had some great games, some finishes that were pretty special, the usual surprises. Now, we hit October, and like you said, this is where the season really gets going.
Yeah, doesn't it just feel like on the NFL calendar, every month kind of has its own vibe, right? It's September, you're just starting to figure out how good you are. You don't even know how good your own team is, let alone the rest of the league. But once the calendar page turns to October, things start to become a little bit more clear. We know the contenders. We know the teams.
All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his third year in the league.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
Oh, Collins is wide open. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Lumberjacks. The 5th touchdown for him on the year. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
The PAT, up and good. And the Lumberjacks will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points in a row.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. They'll put a receiver in motion right. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And a nice job. They pick it up. First down. The march continues. They're at the 41-yard line. They'll send their tight end left. Out of the gun. He'll throw. Little short pass here. Caught by his tight end. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Here's 1st and 10. They motion the slot man left. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He keeps it himself. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides. 21 is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This is fielded inside the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Lumberjacks offense ready now for their 2nd drive. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll drop to throw. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And that is incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
The Lumberjacks send out their punter. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Voyagers offense ready for their 2nd possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Now faking the give. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Back to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down. Here's a first carry for their running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 27, but that's enough. First down as they do it on the ground.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Now some movement up front, and we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Lumberjacks are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
The Lumberjacks offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Here's their punter now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Voyagers offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and they missed on that long attempt. At least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick, because that ball is coming out.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Putting the tight end in motion. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Motion man set right. Look wide. Get this one complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Voyagers. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The extra point, up and good. And the Voyagers are on top. It's now 10-7. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Lumberjacks offense getting set to get back to work. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And that is incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
It's the gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll throw out of the gun. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
On 4th down, they'll send in the field goal unit. This one from 39 yards out. That one is good. And the Lumberjacks will level the score at 10 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Now return coming from the 7. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Voyagers offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. 3rd and long. Off the play fake. He'll look to, and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second.
Well, calling play action in that situation, that's certainly one choice, and I don't know if it's the conventional choice. That is a passing situation all day. Nobody's biting on play fakes, even a little bit.
And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50 and set up the offense with a short field. The Lumberjacks offense about ready to take over once more. We'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And this will be incomplete.
can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with the deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of
in trouble, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Toward the boundary, taken in by Collins. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They tracked him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. Here's the punter now, as he's on here to punt this one away. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground, and that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
2 minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. Greg and I will be right back after this. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll look to throw. Down the field, got a man, and he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Lumberjacks. That's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. He'll go left side here and complete this one. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a first down. They'll look to throw yet again. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to the air one more time. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. They motion a receiver right. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line. Now the offense will use their third and final timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. So backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. On comes the punter now, as he is on to kick it away. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll go with a counter on first down. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. So we have reached halftime. These two teams separated by a touchdown. As we send you cross country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We begin in the gateway to the West in St. Louis, Missouri, where you see the final score there. 18-12, your final score. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Now, faking the give. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. No turn and hand this one off. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Third and long. Sending a receiver right. Throwing now on third and long. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down. The punt team headed out for the Voyagers, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. In motion now, it's Collins. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. His throw left side is complete. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. He'll look to throw. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Now they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. Down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. A big play and a much-needed one as well. That goes for 58.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
to the air now on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Slot man in motion left. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. Out now is the field goal unit. They'll try to pick up 3 points here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Voyagers are able to cut it to 4. 17-13.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had it going in the 1st half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Lumberjacks going to kick this one. Here comes the punt team, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. This offense and their wide receiver heading back onto the field. And he was unguardable in the 1st half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the 3rd quarter. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They motion the slot man left. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Going right sideline and complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. He'll drop to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
The pass rush gets home and he goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He's going to air this one out. And this will be tracked down and intercepted. And the Lumberjacks are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Now a run on 1st down. Not a short game there, to about the 22. 2nd down and 8. And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. Back to the ground after the penalty. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
Now, fair catch, signal for, and made here at about the 43-yard line. The Voyagers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact.
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Voyagers. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike, and it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
17.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Lumberjacks offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, A really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll let the fullback try to push the pile.
Man, even the big guy couldn't barrel ahead for just a couple yards and pick up that first. That's really impressive by that defensive front to not only hold up, but to force 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lumberjacks will tie the game here in the 3rd quarter.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the 2nd half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you burn.
And he'll have the 1st down. They'll get him up around the 37.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
Tight end on the move left. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Receiver in motion. Going right. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this out to the left flat. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Lumberjacks offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. We're all even, fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. He's going to let this one go deep.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line.
They simply just don't have an answer for this guy defensively, Mike. I mean, regardless of who they put on him in man coverage or the type of zone coverage they try to capture him with, they simply can't slow him down, and we've already seen it here today. A fair share of big plays through the air, a couple of which have gone for touchdowns. He's had a couple nice blocks in the run game. I mean, he's really having as well-rounded and complete game that a receiver.
Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Lumberjacks. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
The extra point is good, and the Lumberjacks will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Voyagers offense make their way out to take over once more. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense. And it's almost becoming to the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now, faking the give. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. They'll look to throw again. There's that man again. Another catch. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Handoff here, up the middle, and he will score again. Touchdown, Voyagers. A 3-touchdown game for him. That's now 5 on the year. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter And now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Lumberjacks offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with first down. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to take this lead.
They'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Now they'll set up to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, fourth quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
He'll look to throw. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down. Back to throw. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. We've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late. And this is 3rd down. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Lumberjacks.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field. And after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Lumberjacks will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Voyagers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we go through the highlights, no shortage of touchdowns today. 3 trips to the end zone in this one. The combination, the power, the speed, everything on display, and the defense has seen it all. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The tight end going in motion to the left. Back to throw here to begin the drop. A toss left side, caught by his running back. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks Mike McDonald not a huge fan of that last call, and he will throw the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. They'll look to throw yet again. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. Back to the air one more time. Taking off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, 2nd down, 8 for the 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be taken down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Now, 1st and goal. Out of the gun, he'll throw. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Voyagers.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Lumberjacks offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is hot! And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here. That ball intercepted. And the Voyagers will take over here just past the 30.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The visitors' offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Now on 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll keep it on the ground. Now a 2nd timeout called by the defense. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The Voyagers send the punt team out. Important punt here in this tie game late. And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. This is 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And this game certainly looks a lot different now after that completion, Mike. I mean, to pick up that many yards in the 2-minute drill, everybody in the huddle can just take a deep breath. All they need is a field goal. So right now, work the clock, possess the ball, send out your kicker to see if he can win it.
So, overtime coming up, not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets 1 possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. The return starts from the 5. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He keeps it himself.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
Now a give up the middle. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. Here's 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Now a first throw here in overtime. Quick throw taken in.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
There's that man again. Another catch. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. In motion now, it's Collins. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Now a handoff, running right. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now, faking the give. Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up fourth down.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This one to win it in overtime. So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This one he's gotta have. This kick is good. He got it. It took overtime, but they will walk off the field with the victory. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here in OT. The final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.